The frontier doctor in Kansas cow towns of 1877 had to handle a lot of bad-tempered and dangerous patients. Perhaps the most celebrated case in the early annals of Dodge City medicine was the time Mr. Shanghai Pierce, millionaire Texas cattle baron, got a severe stomachache. Marshal Wyatt Earp and his old friend Dr. Fabrique of Wichita did not ask to become involved with Shanghai's medical emergency. It was thrust upon them by a dozen Texas gunfighters standing by to see that their boss survived, or else.
Whoa, you imps of Satan! Whoa! By gosh, whoa! By rights, I shouldn't give you any water at all! You're idiots, both of you! Hey, you tie them up! You darn horses! You can take the dang buggy. I'm getting out of here.
Hey, who sold you to Doc Fabrique, huh? Meanest tempered pill pusher in Kansas.
Oh, it's a fine welcome I'm getting to Dodge City.
Well, I'm glad to see you, Doc. Say, what'd they do, run you out of Wichita?
My friend, the big-headed boy whom I've stopped from getting killed time and again. Well, goodbye. I'm shoving off.
Now, look, I am glad to see you. Now, tell me, how's Marsh Murdoch and all my friends in Wichita?
Marsh is feeling fair to middling. You tell me, Wyatt, ain't there any doctors in this town?
Sure, Doc McCarty. He's a good man, too.
You look kind of liverish to me, son.
Well, that's not Doc McCarty's fault. Well, you see, this town is so peaceful, I don't get any exercise.
Well, then you came to the right man. I can fix that.
Oh? So you've been chased by a bunch of Indians or a small posse?
Oh, I'm going on a vacation.
No.
Yes, the first vacation I've had in 12 years. And I figure I earned it.
Well, you sure have. Welcome to the jail. Nice and peaceful. Come on.
Boy, you did better in Wichita. And since you know all the best fishing holes around Dodge City, you're taking a vacation, too.
Well, what kind of fish you looking for?
Catfish. Big, fat bullheads. About so long. Do you know where there are any that'll bite on a plug or twist?
Doc, you tempt me. But only for a couple of days.
That's all we need, Wyatt.
Say, what'd you do with your practice in Wichita? You just didn't pick up and leave them without a doctor, did you?
The same as. I got me a young assistant out of Johns Hopkins.
That's a pretty good school.
Schools don't signify, Wyatt. Young doctors have to do a lot of practicing. You know what I told my best personal friends?
No, what?
Don't get too sick while old Docky is away. Why, let's get the fishing gear ready and hop to it.
Hey, you got one.
Look.
No, take it easy.
Oh, my
wait a
Docky.
minute.
That must be a big one.
No, just take it easy.
Be a big one.
Take it easy. Take it easy. Bring it
Wyatt,
in.
it looks like it swallowed the hook. Hey, don't look out, it'll horn you.
No, I didn't swallow
Shoot him.
the hook. It's just the...
Easy now.
No, you didn't swallow the hook. You just... Well, it's the tobacco you're using for bait.
Hey, shoot him, Wyatt. Shoot him.
It's a big one.
Put it here.
All right, Marshal, but we're gonna have to take your gun.
Oh, no, you don't, Trask. Ain't you still working for Shanghai Pierce?
Uh-huh. And he sent us after you, Doc.
Why is that?
Mr. Pierce, he don't feel good. He traveled all the way to Wichita to see Doc here. It's a fine thing you traipsing off like that. You're supposed to be in Wichita tending after sick people.
I'm on vacation. And who are you to be scolding me?
No, wait a minute. Calm down. Where's Mr. Pierce?
Waiting over at Dodge. Got a misery in his stomach. And this old fossil here...
Why, you are...
Just hold it. Look, why doesn't Mr. Pierce go see Doc McCarty? He's a good man.
Well, sure, but he left for Kansas City this morning. Besides, he left word that Doc Fabrique here had taken over his practice.
What? Why, that pill peddler? I never told McCarthy that I was going to take over his practice. You go after him, Trask. Stop the train and drag him off. It's the first vacation I've had in 12 years, and McCarthy goes and pulls a trick like that on me. Wyatt. Trask, you go after him. He's your man.
Mr. Pierce don't know Doc McCarty. He wants you.
I'll die first, right here beside my catfish. Shoot me. Go ahead. Fire away.
Look, Earp, we don't want no trouble. But you know Mr. Pierce. He sent us after Doc here, and we got to bring him in. Or else.
Mr. Pierce really feeling bad?
He sure is. He's got the dangdest bellyache you ever seen.
Good. Let him suffer for a while. Just when Wyatt finds me the nicest, biggest catfish hole
Will you
that I've
shut
ever...
up?
You go on back to Dodge. We'll follow you.
All right. But no more catfishing. You promise?
We'll follow you just as soon as we break camp. Now, go on.
Right. Thanks, Marshal.
Well, come on.
No. No, Wyatt, why, no, please. All right, I'll go. Give me my fishy. Give me.
Come on, we can come back here tomorrow. The only excuse I can make for Doc McCarty is that he's tired, too. Saw his chance to take a rest, and he took it. Now, there's no law that says that you have to treat Shanghai Pierce, but ethically and morally, I
Now,
think...
will you shut up? This is no easy medical case, Wyatt. The last time Shanghai Pierce had a big bellyache, he wanted me to cure the pain in 5 minutes. And he said if I didn't, he'd have his men set fire to my office. And they would have done it, too.
Well, you stopped the pain, didn't you?
Any fool could have done that with opium tincture. But I didn't cure Shanghai. The next time it'll be worse. Why, you're going to get us both killed.
Look, what's wrong with Shanghai Pierce?
What's wrong with him? Why, that old fool. He'll eat or drink anything he can get his hands on. He's probably got a bad appendix, a set of stomach ulcers, and the worst thing that's wrong with him, he's got $2 million. And 100 cowhands like Trask. If it's the death of Shanghai, it'll be the death of me. And you.
And him. Come on, let's get out of here.
My fish. I can hardly wait to get home, Wyatt, to eat this fish. Gosh, they're beautiful.
Pain still bad?
It's getting worse. Where is that scallywag of a doctor?
Trask said he would coming right in. Thought maybe a nice pack might help. Now, if you'll just take your boots off.
No! Go get Dr. Verbeek. And nobody touches those boots. Why, George, if I can't make it, I want to go out like a man with my boots on.
All right, Mr. Pierce, all right. I just thought that
Tessie,
maybe...
stop thinking. Go hurry the doctor.
Here's the doctor now.
You no good old quack, running out on me. What are you trying to do, Wyatt? I'm a sick man.
Oh, shut up. Young woman, are you a nurse?
Well, no.
Huh, I didn't think so. Oh, get out of here. Get out. Hold that, Wyatt. Give me my stethoscope. You're not worth all this trouble. And don't forget now, you're to take half a glass every 4 hours. Bottoms up. Bottoms up.
Well, that's better.
Wyatt, he had more gas in him than a foundered steer. How many times do I have to tell you not to mix cucumbers, bourbon whiskey, steak, onions, and blueberry pie?
Nah, it's no harm done, Doc. I feel fine now.
What's the verdict?
He's got a bad appendix. Now listen, you stupid idiot. You better watch what you're eating. Give your stomach a chance to calm down.
I really had myself a bellyache. Big one. Just like everything else about old Shanghai. Now, what do I owe you, Doc?
$5.
500, you mean? I dragged you away from a fishing hole.
I said $5. All you gotta do is just mail it to my office in Wichita. Come on, Wyatt. Let's get back to that catfish hole.
What's wrong? What's old Doc sore about?
Mr. Pierce, you wouldn't savvy.
Oh, now, hold on, Wyatt. Now, you and I had our troubles down in Wichita. That was a long time ago and far away.
You ordered your men to pull a gun on Doc and me.
Sure. I had a bellyache.
Well, I don't like having a gun pulled on me, neither does Doc.
Oh, well, I apologize.
Well, that doesn't change anything, Mr. Pierce. Now, you still think that you can get tough with a doctor of medicine, and all you got to do is smooth it over with a little money and then apologize, and everything will be all right. Well, I suggest you take that big bellyache of yours and your big bankroll and get out of Dodge City. Oh, and next time any of your cowhands pull a gun on me when my back is turned, I'll have more than a fishing pole handy.
Oh, now, Wyatt. What?
Hold it, Doc. Where do you think you're going?
It's none of your business. Stand aside.
You're not leaving till Mr. Pierce says so.
Giving you any trouble, Doc?
No, Wyatt. He's not giving me any trouble. Come on, let's go fishing.
You're not going anywhere until Mr. Pierce says you can.
Gentlemen, I've had enough of you. Now, take your guns. Don't try it.
Big balls of firework! This one is bleeding bad, but he ain't no patient of mine.
All right, break it up, everybody. Go on, move! Give me your neckerchief. Go on, get out of here. Al, put a tourniquet on that man. We'll take him over to Doc McCarty's office.
Doc left for Kansas City.
It's all right. Doc Fabrique will take care of him until he gets back.
Put the tourniquet on his arm. Wyatt, I ought to cuss you out to a fare thee well. The catfish are biting and you strapped me down with 2 gunshot cases.
Yeah? I did you a favor. I could have dropped him out there at the fishing hole. Well, come on. Pick him up. Let's take him over to Doc McCarty's. Come on.
Come on, up. You get him, Hal. A big favor you done me. I already wasted 40 minutes of my vacation. And you should have had better sense to draw a gun on Wyatt Earp. I've got a mind to rub a choice germ into your hand. Oh, Wyatt, see where McCarty keeps his final solution.
Yes.
Look, Doc, Mr. Pierce ain't gonna like this. He might even pass the word to the boys for a real dirty suit.
Will you stop scaring me? If you don't watch out, you're liable to wind up without any kind of a hand.
Look, all I'm saying is
Will
that...
you shut up? Mr. Pierce better have faster guns than you two if he's going to have a turkey shoot. Here, Doctor. There's a deputy outside. When you're through patching him up, you'll take him on over to the jail.
Oh, fine, fine. I'm sure they'll enjoy the trip. Shanghai Pierce will bail them out in 10 minutes. Look, Wyatt, we're still going on the fishing trip, ain't we?
Right after.
Right after what?
Come here.
Oh, no.
The doctor will be with you in just a moment, folks.
Oh, no, I won't. I don't care how sick you are. I came up here for a vacation. I want to go fishing.
Go on, cuss. Swear the Hippocratic oath.
Go home. Go home. Go home. Go on. Go home.
I'm sorry, folks. The doctor doesn't really mean what he says. He just, well, he isn't feeling himself today. Now, you just all sit here and kind of wait your turn, huh?
Mr. Pierce, did the doctor say...
Now, don't fret, Tessie. I'm cured. Tell me, how are Trask and Drango?
They're all right. That marshal only wounded them. The deputy at the doctor's office said they'd have to go to jail, though.
Marshal Wyatt Earp. I don't know about him, Tessie. You know, once I even thought of him as a son. I tried to make him my partner.
I really don't think you should be eating so much, Mr. Pierce.
Now, don't nag old Shanghai. Well, that boy once buffaloed me and threw me in jail in Wichita. And now he's plugged 2 of my best men. Well, all right, we'll bail him out. I gotta do something about Wyatt Earp, though. My temper's getting mighty short.
No.
What's that you say?
I said no. You're still a sick man. I think we ought to head for St. Louis or Kansas City. Oh, please, Mr. Pierce. They have stomach specialists and good hospitals.
Oh, now, Tessie, you're spoiling my appetite.
Well, if none of the others will tell you the truth, I thought I was of some use to you just by telling them
Now,
the truth.
darn it. Tessie, sit down. Sit down. Now, tell me, how many of my men are here in Dodge?
Dozen, 15, I didn't count.
All right. You go round them all up.
Gunfight?
No. No, it don't have to be that. All right, I'll tell you the truth. Doc Fabrique is the only pill pusher that I have any confidence in. You saw how he got me back on my feet. All right. I'm heading back to Texas. I want Doc to travel along with me.
Kidnap him?
Well, no other way.
But that'd mean a fight with Wyatt Earp.
Not if you'll do a little play acting. Now, Wyatt Earp has got one soft spot in him. For a Yankee, he's very chivalrous toward women. So now, Tessie, you go to him.
Dr. Fabrique's still working?
Yeah, he sure is. Yeah, the Lambert kid's got the summer complaint. Old Grandpa Dakin's heart's threatened.
Wired Doc McCarty and told him to hurry back as soon as he can. You know, for a real vacation, old Doc Fabrique should have stayed in Wichita.
Oh.
Hal, you and I think we got it tough. Well, don't ever study medicine.
I know. People sure take advantage. I saw the Morgan sisters in Doc's waiting room. They're the biggest fakes at pretending to be sick.
A lot of people like that.
Uh-oh.
Well, I thought Mr. Pierce had left town.
He's leaving. He wants me to go with him.
Oh?
He promised to send me to St. Louis. I could get a job in a show there.
Oh, sit down.
Thank you.
Mr. Pierce kind of specializes in down-and-out show gals.
I didn't know that. He was such a gentleman and...
With so much money. I suppose you're afraid of him.
He said he hired me as a nurse. And if I tried to quit, he'd... I don't know what I'm going to do, Mr. Earp.
Did he threaten to take you by force? Look, I have some papers I have to sign here, and then I'll take you over and get you a safe place to stay.
Bring on, Trask. You two bring the doc out. We'll get him out here.
You're both bilious. Sitting around all day in your millinery shop and get out of here.
Mr. Pierce wants to see you, Doc.
Well, I don't want to see him. How'd you two get out of jail?
The judge let us out on bond. Mr. Pierce is in the carriage right outside. He wants a final checkup before we leave for Texas.
I've discharged him. And you can tell that pig-headed old fool that as far as I'm concerned, I will not go out there and work on him.
Mr. Pierce, are you sick again?
Got a pain. Get that doc.
Oh, he's right here.
You're faking, Shanghai. And you ain't no patient of mine. If you don't tell Trash to let me go, I'll have wired or throw you in jail.
He's a goner. His heart.
Will you shut up? I'll examine him. You fancy buttons. He's gone and done it. He's got a hot appendix. There's just one chance. Drive him to that army surgeon out at the old fort. What? Wyatt! Can't I get any police protection in this town?
Mr. Pierce, he's not dead, is he?
No, ma'am. He's got the appendicitis. Doc, he'll never make it to the fort. I think the doc ought to operate right now.
No, I won't.
Oh, wait a minute.
No!
Look, you let me try and handle this. Wait a minute. Now, look, he's real sick, isn't he?
He's as good as dead right now.
Well, couldn't you operate?
No.
Why not?
Why should I operate on a man who treats a doctor like a cowhand?
All right, now, Doctor. Now, what is the real reason you don't want to operate?
I don't want to take the chance, Wyatt. Why should I? Shanghai Pierce's men might kill me in case anything goes wrong.
Yeah, but they're going to be just as hostile to you if you refuse.
Yeah. Look, Wyatt, I ain't getting any rest here. If you're really a friend of mine, you'll hold off Shanghai Pierce's crowd and give me a head start back to Wichita,
Well, if that's the way you look at it, Doctor. Doctor.
Hey, wait a minute. Are you saying I ain't a doctor? All right. I'll operate. Haul that Shanghai Pierce over to the hotel. I'll be over there as soon as I collect the proper tools. I ain't a doctor. Out of my way! Out of my way!
Come on, break it
In a
up.
hurry.
Look, Al, I'm going to give Doc a hand. Any of Shanghai's men show up here packing guns, don't fool around with them. Take them.
Right.
Lie down, Mr. Pierce.
Where is that old butcher?
He'll be here any minute now.
All right. Now, Tessie, you stay here.
I will, Mr. Pierce.
The rest of you wait in the bedroom. I don't think old Doc's knife will slip on purpose, but it just might.
Not with our guns on him, Mr. Pierce.
All right, go on, get out. Now, Tessie, give me just one little snifter for good luck.
No, Mr. Pierce. Hello, Doctor.
Huh.
What's Marshal Earp doing here?
He's my assistant. Any more foolish questions?
You have to make allowances for Tessie, Doc.
Huh.
She's a poor little show gal.
Oh, stop your moaning. You ain't dead yet.
Now, listen, Doc. Can't I have one shot of whiskey?
No. Young woman, can you handle ether without fainting?
I'll do it.
No, Wyatt. I want you to swab up after me. And then I want you to hold the clamps. But right now, get rid of that artillery. Young lady, you take this, put it over his face, take the ether, let it start dripping now, slowly. Wyatt, go over there and get that lamp. Mostly you'll be holding the lamp, Wyatt.
Just raise the other one, Marshal, and take it easy. We just want to make sure that Doc here don't let that knife slip. Because if something bad happens to Mr. Pierce, the same's going to happen to you.
Why don't you stop your jabbering?
Mr. Trask, you holster that gun, wait downstairs, and take your friends with you.
Well, that settles it. Clear out of here.
Oh, stop it. Go downstairs, Trask. If anything goes wrong, there's plenty of time to get even.
All right. Downstairs, boys.
Hold it. He's under. Bring the light closer, Wyatt. You keep that ether dripping slowly now.
Well, how do you think it went?
The appendix hadn't busted. No sign of peritonitis yet. I'd say there's a good chance, Wyatt.
Should he be breathing like this, Doctor?
He's lucky to be breathing at all.
Look, I want you to stay here and see he doesn't eat any pork chops when he wakes up. We're gonna go down to the bar.
How long will you be gone, Doctor?
Well, Miss Nosy, that's a professional secret.
Mr. Earp, you won't let the doctor get drunk, will you?
Ma'am, I don't think the doctor could get drunk enough to forget or forgive any of this.
Wyatt! Wyatt, come on!
Coming.
Well, how about it, Doc? Mr. Pierce going to make it?
None of your business. Looks like this one is dead, Wyatt.
Oh, I just creased his skull.
Now you've gone and ruined my dang vacation.
Well, I should have shot him anyway, even if they hadn't gone for the guns. The man who pulls a gun on me when my back is turned better make good on it. Professional ethics, Doctor.
Sorry to be going off in such a hurry, Wyatt. Doc McCarty will be coming back in a few hours. Let him take care of his own patients.
I know, you want to get out of here before anything else happens, and I can't say I blame you. Sorry it turned out this way.
Hold it, Doc. You can wait a minute for old Shanghai. You ain't leaving here until I pay you your fee. I pay all my debts in cash. Tessie, give him that roll of bills.
Here, $2,000. Mr. Pierce wants to use it for a new hospital.
Not a red cent.
Doc Fabrique thanks you.
You better take it, you old butcher, you. And Wyatt.
Hey, Clem.
Oh, there he goes again. Busting his stitches. Look out, lady. We'll have to take him in, Wyatt. Oops.
Go pick up Doc's money. He earned it. For 3 years, while Wyatt Earp was marshal at Ellsworth, Wichita, and Dodge City, he had risked his life many times by shooting to disable hoodlums rather than kill them. These hoodlums began to trade on Wyatt's compassion. Now in Dodge City, the McAllister brothers were to force upon Wyatt the hard choice of shoot to kill or be killed.
Which way?
$3 grand, Davy. Where up?
Them Rangers gonna be after us.
Rangers?
I've been wanting me some of them for a long time.
Whoa, now, you're smarter than that, Tom. You're Tom McAllister. You ain't gonna go riding into a ranger ambush, I know.
Yeah. That's right, Davy.
Quit your joking me. You know you got it all figured out.
Maybe.
Ride north to Dodge. Make monkeys out of them rangers. You know, Lucy King's my best girl, and she'll hide us out in Dodge. Quit joking your little brother.
Yeah, that was my idea, Davy. But I might have to gun that marshal of Dodge, what's his name?
Earp. Wyatt Earp. Oh, sure, you gun him if he gives you any trouble. But the main thing is to show them Texas Rangers that Tom McAllister can give them the slip anytime he wants to.
Yeah. And then sneak back in and get them when they ain't expecting it, huh?
That's my brother. Now, quit your joking me.
Oh, no, I'm sorry, Davy. I don't mean to. Come on. Dodge City.
Telegram from the Rangers, marked urgent.
Now, there's a great law outfit, Hal. Don't mind spending a little money for telegraphing. What does it say?
McAllister brothers may be headed your way. Dave has girl Lucy King in Dodge. Please arrest on site and hold for Texas warrant by mail. Lucy King, she's a nice, respectable girl.
Yeah, they fall in love, too, you know.
You want me to bring her in?
No, I think Miss Lucy will come to us. I hate to see her get in trouble for harboring the McAllister brothers.
Where's your friend? Here's our supper.
Lucy?
Yes, I have your supper.
Quit fretting, will you?
I'm sorry it's so late. You must be starved.
Tom wanted you to hold off till you got rid of customers. Right, Tom?
Yeah.
Roast beef, mashed potatoes, and apple pie. Lucy, we love you.
I love you.
Hey, brother, we eat.
That cook gone?
5 minutes ago, at least.
I better make sure.
What's he so nervous about?
He always prowls before he settles down.
Come on, eat your food before...
He'll be back in a minute. The fact is, Miss Lucy, I'd rather have a kiss. A real one. What's the matter, hon?
You haven't told me certain things.
Now, hon, Tom will explain it.
Tom, it's always Tom. Why can't you...
Yeah. I reckon he's hunting for liquor. Got any?
It's in the sideboard.
You get it. Been away a long time. You miss me?
Oh, something terrible. You haven't changed, Dave. I'm so glad about that.
You've changed. You're prettier.
Tell me why you're on the run.
Now, hon, I can't do it.
Why not?
Tom's the boss. He'll be a bit more sociable when he knows you longer. You see, I told you he'd find it. Sit down. Your supper's getting cold.
It's already cold. Hotten it up.
No. Now, where are your manners? Tom McAllister acting like Wes Harden?
All right. Forget it.
Maybe you better push along, hon. We'll eat, and we can all have a nice visit later. A couple of drinks, and Tom will be bowing over your hand like a dancing teacher.
All right, Dave. I'll be in my room.
Thanks, hon.
Let's ride.
Ride where?
Your girl don't like me none.
No, Tom, she don't mean nothing.
I know. No, she's planning and scheming right now.
Such as what?
Don't you smile at me, Davy. When I talk serious to you, you take it serious.
Tom, I'm your brother. Now, a man don't do that to his own brother.
No. Forget it.
Where's Tom?
He drank himself to sleep. Lucy, I don't think it's such a good idea, us coming to Dodge. We ain't never holed up like this before. That's why Tom ain't himself.
You haven't told me why you have to hole up. Tom will never say.
Well, we got in a gunfight. It was self-defense, but that part of it was. But just as we was leaving, 3 men came at us with guns. One was wearing a star.
You killed him?
No, not him, but just wounding a peace officer. The Rangers want us.
Oh, Dave. But couldn't you say you didn't know he was an officer?
We didn't. It was too late. The Rangers would just laugh at that.
Marshal Earp wouldn't. I'm sure he'd help you.
Davy, no! Please don't shoot me. I'm your brother, your big brother. You don't want her, Davy. No, she's put you up to it. She's scheming. Now go away. Brother, go away.
Tom, wake up.
Get some water.
Here.
It's just a nightmare. He'd be all right now.
Has this happened before?
Bad dreams. Not this bad.
Well, shouldn't we get Dr. McCarty?
No. No, please. He's over it now. Tom, it's Davy. Nothing to worry about. He's just having a bad dream.
My God.
What?
Davy, you stole my gun. You and that...
No. Here's your gun, Tom. Look. Your gun.
Who is it?
It's Lucy King.
Just a second.
Tom and Dave came back. I said they could stay, but Tom got to drinking. He got delirious.
Take it easy, Miss Lucy. Sit down and tell me all about it.
And I know whatever Dave did, it was Tom who got him into it. And I don't think Tom was having a nightmare. It was like a spell or something, Mr. Earp.
Well, you may be right, Miss Lucy. Heavy drinkers, they often go into delirium.
Yes, sir, I've heard of that.
Look, here's a hold request I got from the Texas Rangers. Came this afternoon.
Will you have to arrest Dave, too?
Well, I would have arrested both of them before supper time, but I didn't want to get you mixed up in it. Now that you told me the truth, why, the Rangers can't accuse you of harboring fugitives.
I want you to arrest Tom, but not Dave.
I'm not going to arrest either one of them.
What?
I haven't received the warrant yet.
I don't understand.
Well, I'm trying to give you a few hours to ease Dave and Tom out of your life and out of Dodge.
Oh.
You see, Miss Lucy, they're brothers, and you can't pry them apart. You only get hurt trying. Now, you better say goodbye to Dave. He hasn't got much time.
Yes, I guess you're right. Thank you, Mr. Earp.
Towel, Tom?
Hey.
Lucy?
Yes, breakfast.
Tom slept like a baby. Somebody must have sold you bad whiskey, hon.
Could have happened. Anyway, I'm closing this hotel.
Why?
I think Marshal Earp knows you're here.
How come?
One of his deputies has been hanging around since I opened for breakfast.
What do you think, Tom?
You heard her. She's throwing us out.
Only for our own good.
For my good, too. If they try to take you here, what would happen to me?
I think I have me a prowl around.
No, Tom, they might be watching out for you.
And she might be lying. She could be up to any scheme, Davy. Just to get rid of us.
Come with us, Lucy. We can shake the ranges. What's changed just since last night?
Your brother.
Tom don't mean no trouble.
I'll go on the run with you, but not if Tom goes with us.
Ditch Tom?
He turned you into a gunfighter. He got you into every bit of trouble that's led to this. It wasn't bad liquor. Sometimes I think Tom doesn't always have his mind.
His mind?
Listen to me, Dave. Not to Tom, to me.
No.
You will listen. This is your last chance. You ride off with Tom, and every road you take will lead to worse trouble. All right, Dave. Goodbye.
You don't know what you're asking, honey.
Good luck, Dave.
Davy, she wasn't lying. There's a deputy across the street.
How about the alley?
It's clear. You get the horses.
Well,
never mind that. Push along. I'll take care of the fond farewells.
Stop it. Pick up your things and get out of here before I...
Before you what? You double-crossing little wench. You called that Johnny Law on us, didn't you?
Yes. And he said he'd give you a couple of hours to get out of Dodge. Now get moving. Your time could be up.
Well, now, this ain't gonna take long, Lucy girl. You ain't gonna be with me to finish. Just Davy. Bye, Lucy.
My men took Davy in the alley. He isn't hurt.
You promised they could ride away.
I know I did, Miss Lucy, and I'm sorry. Some of your customers recognize this one in the cafe. Spread the word around town. They forced my hand. I'm sorry.
Marshal Erb.
Yes, sir.
This court cannot recognize a whole request. Where's the warrant for these men?
It hasn't arrived yet, sir, but I have information that the McAllister brothers are wanted for killing 2 men and wounding a peace officer in Mobile, Texas.
Reliable information?
Yes, sir.
Good. Then I can set bail at $500 each. You men got $1,000?
No, sir.
All right, Marshal. Take them to jail.
Yes, sir. Come on.
Judge Tobin. Judge Tobin, I'm Lucy King. I could raise only $800. Won't you reduce their bond to that?
Any objections, Marshal Erb?
Yes, sir, I have. When I arrested Tom McAllister here, he was threatening her with a gun.
Is that correct, Miss Lucy?
Marshal Erb is mistaken, Your Honor. Tom wasn't threatening me. He bragged on his drawing when I joshed him. He drew to prove how fast he was. They didn't try to harm Marshal Erb or his deputies. The Texas charge could turn out to be a case of mistaken identity.
Well, they'll reduce $800.
Just a second, Judge. This one's a madman with a gun. You're a liar.
Take it easy.
That's enough. I'm sure Miss Lucy King is a hard-working, reputable young woman. She wouldn't try to mislead this court. You can release the accused, Marshal.
Yes, sir, come on.
Did you threaten her?
Huh?
Herb told me you pulled a gun on Lucy. Did you?
Oh, don't ask foolish questions, Davy. Look, I got a headache. I need a drink. Come on.
All right.
Tom McAllister sure acts peculiar, don't he?
Yeah, he sure does.
Why don't you go back to Judge Tobin and argue with him?
Miss Lucy's the one witness that could prove it to the judge. He saw how she acted.
Ah, love. The tender passion.
Well, I'll wait until Dave cools down a little bit, and then I'll go have a talk with him.
Well, what good will that do?
That might save a few lives. Anyway, Dave's got to understand the truth about his brother.
I reckon we ought to hit the trail. Tom, I said I reckon we ought to hit the trail.
No,
We can send Lucy the 800.
I ain't worried about that.
You ain't still sore at her. She did go our bond.
It's something bigger than Lucy's got us in a jam, Davy. We've been schemed against.
Why, Herb?
Oh, it's bigger than any cowtown marshal. I seen one of them last night.
One of who?
The devil's hired hands.
Oh, you're joking me again. Now, come on, we got...
It ain't a joke. It's just as plain as day. You and Lucy aiming a gun at me. And him standing there beside you, egging you on.
Oh, what'd they look like?
You ain't getting that out of me. My gun. Daddy, you stole my gun.
Ease off, will you? Had to check the guns.
Check them where?
Gun rack. Out yonder near the bar.
Maybe you're scheming against me, too.
You out of your mind.
What did you say?
We had to check our guns. Earp has deputies watching us, just itching to put us in jail. Now, let up.
Earp. I'm going to stop your scheme, Davy. I'm going to stop it because I'm Tom McAllister.
Yeah. You're Tom McAllister, the smartest brain in Texas. Sit down and tell me how you're going to handle them.
No. No, you'll find that out when the time comes. One of them might be listening.
You're right. I'll go get the horses.
What for?
It was your idea. We ride out of Dodge. We gallop off when they ain't expecting it.
Yeah. All right, Davy, you go over to that girl's house and get them horses.
And you sit here and wait. Promise. McAllister. You arresting me?
Got no warrant. Hear what the judge said?
Then why are you tagging me?
Mr. McAllister, I think your brother ought to be in a hospital.
Nobody puts Tom away.
You'd rather have him stand trial for murder?
Rangers can't prove that. We're free on bail. Do I have to listen to you?
No, sir. But you might be glad you did.
A man loves his brother. Would you know anything about that?
Yeah, I got 4 of them.
Then what would you do if one of your brothers was like Tom? Huh? What would you do? Let the Rangers hang him?
I don't know, but I'd sure do something.
Tom's had bad spells before. He always gets out of them. Give me one last chance.
You asking me to let you jump bail? What about Miss Lucy?
I got a cattle spread in Texas. She'll get paid.
All right. Take your brother out of Dodge. I can't put him in jail, and you know how he is. So if he hurts anybody, I'm going to have to kill him.
Give us 10 minutes. Much obliged.
Take this. You'll be hungry.
Thank you.
I'd still be willing to go
No.
with you.
I can't trade you for my brother. You better find yourself an orphan to marry, honey. So long.
You gonna loco yourself? Your deputies say you pulled him off the McAllisters. Now, were you turning that man loose? Why?
Dave's taking his brother out of town.
Jump bail? No, Wyatt, what is this?
Look, Mr. Kelly, I don't want a gunfight with the McAllisters. I'd have to shoot to kill.
Well, sooner or later.
Not a poor man with frequent DTs and this fool of a brother. I'll let the Rangers do that. Now, I know what you're thinking, and it's true. Want me to turn to my star? I'll do it.
You're right now. We'll get to the horses, Tom.
Davy, the devil's hired hands.
Tom, get on your horse! Ted! Get on your horse, Tom! Get on your horse!
Davy, you
Don't go down. Come on. Come on. Barry!
Quiet. McKellis is cut loose in front of the Alhambra. They shot down 2 men bad and hit little Sammy Dunker in the leg.
Oh, my fault.
They're headed south.
How much head start?
2 minutes.
Come on, Tom. No, I'm going to drop him. Those devil's hired hands going to get us. Drop the gun, Tom. Drop it. Go on, Davy. Go on. This is my fight.
The wrong man, Tom. Shoot me. I'm the devil's hired hand.
No, you're Davy.
No. I'm the devil's hired hand. Go on, Tom. Shoot. Go on!
Tom did most of the shooting, Miss Lucy, and well, I don't think the Texas folks are going to be too tough on Dave. You going to be riding south with him?
Of course.
There's one thing you want to always keep reminding Dave. That is that I would have shot to kill Tom if he hadn't. For the first time, I'd have been forced to kill. I share Dave's sorrow for what he had to do.
I'm sure you do, Mr. Earp. Thank you.
Bring here.
What is it now?
Want permission to shoot this pony soldier. You and Wyatt Earp said we could shoot him if Mr. Earp failed to come with our money before sundown.
Sun not down yet. We Pawnees, we keep our word. Earp must keep his.
You shoot me, my friends will kill every Pawnee found off the reservation.
No. We wait till dark. If Earp not come by then, shoot him.
Following the Custer Battle in June of 1876, the Army organized a service of security and information. In frontier times, men used the term Secret Service. The main objective of Secret Service officers was to keep watch on the various Indian tribes to forestall an outbreak by angry red men, smoldering under the harsh injustices of the Indian agency system. As Marshal of Dodge City, Wyatt Earp found himself caught in a Cold War, which could at any time erupt in the shrieking of Indian rebels on the warpath.
Sina, sisado. Ana.
Well, they must have been Pawnees out of the Oklahoma Territory. They're pretty bad shots on horseback. Say, I thought that Brave Bull signed a treaty.
Well, he did, but he can't control Young Wolf. Say, isn't that a bunt line special?
That's right, Lieutenant. It is. Colt Factory had a few made up for Ned Buntline. Say, maybe you're thinking of getting a lot more of the Secret Service. It's a mighty fine gun, especially at long range. Of course, it's kind of hard to conceal.
Well, the Pawnees have just bought several hundred of these.
Oh, Colt only made a few.
That's right, sir. But some gun peddlers are making copies from the original bunt line. And when Young Wolf and his braves jumped the reservation, they met the gang peddling the imitation bunt lines. I thought maybe you'd like to help us track these counterfeiters down.
Well, you got any kind of a line on them?
No, sir. I plan to ride into the Nations and try to reach Brave Bull. He's still top boss of the Pawnees, and I don't think he approves of young Wolf going on the warpath.
Oh, maybe.
Of course, I can't order you to come with me, but you are a deputy United States Marshal, and you don't like the idea?
Lieutenant, how long have you been out of West Point?
Oh, almost 3 years. Well, if you think I lack experience in Secret Service work...
You sure do. So do I, Lieutenant Clark. But what little I do know about the Oklahoma territory isn't good. Now, if those were Pawnees that chased you into Dodge, I'm afraid you won't get past their scouts along the territorial border.
Now, that, sir, is a risk an Army officer must take.
Why don't you just stay here until I get a little further information on the whole
Sorry
thing?
to have bothered you. It would have been risky, Marshal Earp. Good day, sir.
He's gone. You can come in now. Mr. Cousin, you and Mr. Brother have been talking about my bunt line special.
We say bunt line shoot 300 yard. Kill coyote on run.
You say this to the Pawnee?
Not Pawnee, no. We say to Cheyenne in Peshwashka.
Yeah, well, you talk too much and in the wrong camp. And that young officer that your Pawnee brothers chased to make a joke may lose his scalp.
Pawnee not hurt him, Mr. Earp.
Yeah? Well, he's riding south to try and find Young Wolf.
Long Knife, ich hear Young Wolf.
Ich check my cousin, Young Wolf, FBO Beniji.
Young Wolf by bunt line?
Yeah. Couple of hundred of them, according to Lieutenant Clark. Now, you see, that makes me responsible. I gotta try and find Young Wolf and the peddlers who sold him the guns.
Belinka, Wyatt Earp, ich hear Bialto Bakahizo.
Young Wolf, reservation, Kochi, FBO Beniji.
Young Wolf on warpath. He's got crazy boys with him.
Well, he jumped the reservation, but he's not on the warpath yet.
You sure?
Mr. Cousin, you and I have been friends too long to have any twisted talk. Now, you know that Young Wolf can't make a move without Brave Bull giving the word. If you and Mr. Brother are afraid of Young Wolf, I have to try and locate him myself.
Young Wolf, Batman. I tell Mr. Earp the truth. We are afraid of him. But we are your friends. You not die alone, we die too.
Well, I'm not aiming to have any deaths in the family, Mr. Cousin. And I'll tell you something. I'm more scared of the United States Army than I am of Young Wolf.
Belinka Wyatt Earp, Long Knife,
Push no higher, Mr. Earp, push no higher.
You make joke.
No. The Army's got a new secret service. Scouts, spies. Brave but inexperienced young men who think that they can break up this gun-running business by, well, posing as traitors like Mr. Clark did. We'll trail Lieutenant Clark. He won't find Young Wolf, but Young Wolf will sure find him.
You Indian agent?
No, I'm a trader.
What you sell?
Guns, cartridges, whiskey.
You stand straight like pony soldier. Nojalo. Ring on finger. Where is ring?
I sold it.
Pony soldier officer. I have seen them wear ring like this. He is spy for Army. Shoot him. White man, get off horse. Cheyenne, move back.
I'm Marshal Wyatt Earp of Dodge City. Mr. Cousin of Brave Bear. Mr. Brother of Yellow Hand.
No fight with Cheyenne. What you want?
I'm looking for bad white men who sold guns to certain Indians. Like this.
Take gun. Give here. Buntline Colt.
Oh, you recognize it, huh?
I see picture. White trader have picture.
Did you buy any?
No.
Young Wolf is lucky. Guns like that, no good.
Huh?
Cheap imitations. Bad men make to cheat Indian.
Why you bother me with this talk?
My Cheyenne friends will tell you I do not like white men who try to cheat Indian. Guns like that, no good. They blow up, kill Indian.
You lie. Our gun's as good as this. Our gun's better.
Fine. I'll have to try and find some bad bunt lines. Maybe the Osage were stupid and bought...
Fire. I show you. Monojo.
White trader cheat Young Wolf?
No. Bring cartridges. Nemo, Nemo. Good guns. Good cartridges. Kill coyote at 300 yards. Open box.
Here. Chakma, Ek be a noble, ik chakma.
You shoot gun.
Not in my hand. Give me some rawhide.
Here, Baha. You play trick?
No, just trying to save you from getting your head blown off. You think the gun is so good, you try it.
No. You shoot gun.
Here.
The gunsmith who put this together didn't know how to ream the barrel into the frame. Maybe he didn't care. Maybe he wanted you and your men to get killed.
One bad gun. Rest are good.
All right. Let's try another one.
Molojo.
Young Wolf, you make big talk about how good this gun is. This time you shoot.
No. You shoot. No. Mokajo. Ula malay malo.
The cylinder arm didn't line up the chamber with the barrel. The bullet split and the side blast knocked the loading gate in your man's hand.
I will shoot you along with Pony Soldier.
Mr. Cousin, explain to Young Wolf that shooting up people isn't going to help him get his money back from the men who cheated him.
Belinka, Wyatt Earp. Ate pi alta baka hayitso.
Hatak. Gokma. Hatak. Machalolo.
Ik chakma. Ate pi alta baka hayitso na galin bakalo. Hatak. Ik chakma.
Howdy, Lieutenant.
You still have a gun? Why don't you do something?
Well, I tell you, I never did figure myself to be the equal of 12 Indians armed with Winchesters. You just take it easy. Maybe we can talk our way out of it.
I'm an officer of the 2nd Cavalry.
Yeah, it's a good outfit, too. Morris Robert Lee used to be its colonel. But as far as Young Wolf is concerned, you're just a pony soldier he caught spying on his camp.
Well, it's my duty to try to escape.
Yeah, well, not right now. Now, the Army can't use any dead officers, you know.
Mr. Brother say Young Wolf bow wow.
Fine. Lieutenant, they should have taught you something about Indians at West Point. As long as Indians talk, no shoot. And I happen to know Brave Bull. Didn't you trade some of his ponies for those fake bunt lines?
True.
Well, I'm offering to arrest the cheating peddlers and get your money back.
Nah.
Well, of course, maybe Brave Bull has changed. Maybe he doesn't mind being cheated.
Old Chief Ray's devil about this.
Well, then why don't you send for Brave Bull and let him say whether he wants to kill a couple of white men or whether he wants the price of his ponies.
I will send for Brave Bull. But you and Cheyenne and Pony Soldier are prisoners.
Fair enough. Mr. Brother and Mr. Cousin will turn in their rifles. Here.
I forget about this gun. Why you not shoot me?
Because you get control of your temper? Talk like a sensible chief? Stay that way, young wolf.
There's your judge and jury, Marshal.
Keep underestimating Indians, Lieutenant.
You could have made a fight of it.
Oh, sure.
John Law, you come.
The marshal is right. White man named Gunham Dobie sells young wolf, cheap guns.
Dobie. He sells farm equipment out of Dodge.
Also guns and whiskey. Brave Bull, old man. I tell my young braves stay on reservation.
We were wrong. If you arrest bad white men and give us back our money, we will return to my father's camp.
Good. It'll be done.
Wait. We hold him till sun go down second time. Pony Soldiers angry at young wolf. They will not shoot while we have army officer and Cheyenne scout.
You're giving me until day after tomorrow.
That is right.
Brave Bull, I will need Mr. Cousin and Mr. Brother.
Why?
They must try to buy guns from Mr. Dobie. That way we will have evidence to show our judge. I can get into trouble leaving the officer here, Brave Bull. I wish that...
No! Officer, stay. Talk is finished.
You two belong to Arapaho or Sioux? We Cheyenne. 2 Moon sent us. 2 Moon Mark.
That's Cheyenne, all right. 2 Moon send you here on business?
2 Moon want to buy handgun. Bang, bang, bang. 6 times. Also want to buy Winchester.
How much money?
You have to. So you count.
Not enough. I've got a lot of guns to sell. I can't risk my neck on a piddling deal.
We get more. How much?
$5,000. That'll buy 100 guns, you tell 2 Moon. But he'll have to pick them up at stage stop 11, first north of Dodge.
We tell Chief. Be back tonight.
Through the back room. I'll show you.
Oh, no more.
All right, move along. Get the money.
You're taking quite a chance, ain't you, boss?
It's our last deal. 2 Moon will pay $5,000. We make delivery, pocket the dough, then ride south.
Not into pony country, I hope.
You still don't get it, Pete. Indians never fire new guns until they meet the enemy.
Well, you steered us right so far.
Say, you better get started packing all the guns on hand. I promised those Cheyennes there'd be 100.
Buttlines and Winchesters?
Yeah.
There's not more than 80, all told.
Well, that's near enough for them.
Now, as soon as Mr. Brother and Mr. Cousin hand the marked money over to Gun and Dobie, we'll set fire to this shack here next to the warehouse. I figure Dobie and his boys will try to save those guns in the back room. That's where we'll take them, in the back room.
Well, there'll be a lot of people around there.
Yeah, hell, but I think they'll all be fighting the fire out here in the street, and any shooting will be done back here in the alley. We'll crash in the alley door.
Why, this is Major Hendricks of the 2nd Cavalry.
Howdy.
Marshal Earp, where's Lieutenant Clark?
Well, Major, I had to leave him with Brave Bull as a hostage.
You did that.
That's right.
Then I'll have to arrest you, Marshal.
How many soldiers you bring with you?
I don't need soldiers. You're under arrest.
I'm sorry, sir. Take his gun.
You'll do time in federal prison for this, Earp.
Yeah, I may at that. I haven't got time to explain this whole thing to you, or do it at the warehouse. Hell, take him in the cell.
You sure you can pull this off, Wyatt?
Nothing's for certain, Mr. Kelly. Come on, let's get going.
Hal, you and Brick catch up with us.
Supposed to come through the back room. Did you get 5,000?
Half. Two Moon says he pay other half when you deliver guns.
All right. Count it out. 500. 700. Come on, hurry it up. We ain't got all night.
Fire!
The shack next door. I gotta save those guns.
Clean out that safe. And you Injuns are gonna get it. Here we go.
I'll patch him up. Take all the money out of the safe.
You're dirty John Laws. You killed Louis.
I can't take chances winging him the way Wyatt does.
Yeah, put the cuffs on.
See you.
How much you figure?
Enough to buy many ponies. Out in the head.
Wyatt, you in there? Open up!
What are you trying to do? Set the whole town on fire?
Fire's out, isn't it?
Well, almost, little thanks to you. Why, Mr. Dobie, what you hurting about?
Peddling guns and whiskey.
All prisoners taken care of, Wyatt.
Good. Take him along. I gotta ride fast.
Oh, hold on, where are you going?
To buy a man's life, if I get there in time.
Well, what about Major Hendricks?
I'll hold him for an hour or two and then let him go. Maybe he can try me for treason later.
Bring here. Tie the post.
What is this?
The sun is down, and Marshal Earp has not brought back our money.
No. Tell him to wait.
But the sun is down. Earp agreed if he didn't come.
Sun not all way down. Tell him to wait.
Boca.
You're too much hurry to kill soldier. Marshal Earp say sunset. Sun all way down.
We wait. When we kill Pony Soldier, we must all go on warpath.
Warpath. All Pawnee tribe.
Sun is down.
Tell him to shoot.
Okay.
Here's your money. Count it.
I guess I should make a speech of thanks.
Save it. Climb on your horse. I'll cover you. Go on.
You keep your word. We keep ours.
All right. But take your young men back to the reservation. Unless you do that, I'll be after you with many soldiers. If there has to be a fight, you will die first. And then Young Wolf.
No fight.
Good.
Send them away.
Hiya, hiya.
How much?
100 ponies, maybe more.
Pay me.
Mr. Earp, I've been a fool.
Yes, sir. But don't tell that to the Army. Never admit you're wrong, and you'll be a colonel someday. The story of Susan Leonard, a child known as Little Pistol, is part of the legend of Western folklore. Except for the intervention of Wyatt Earp and Doc Holliday, Susan might have vanished into a nameless grave. As it happened, Little Pistol became a central character of an episode which started tongues wagging from Dodge to the New Mexico border. Gossip established Susan Leonard as the first female outlaw in the Western country. But the truth about Little Pistol, as truth often turns out to be, was stranger than any fiction. Thank you. Well, some favor prairie chicken, but give me bob white quail and toast. It's a handsome spread, Miss Kate.
Thanks, Wyatt. John, dear, you need good, nourishing food.
Oh, I have it, Katie. The very essence of corn dissolved in alcohol. They're robbing my place. Where's my gun? Shoot, Wyatt, shoot!
Oh, there are too many people.
Wyatt! John! The dinner!
You're talking of dinner when I'm being robbed? The draw's clean. How much was in it?
About 20,000, Doc.
All right, this one's dead. Take him over to Doc McCarty.
Come on.
Do you recognize any of them?
No, Marshal. They had masks on with eye holes cut in them.
Quit jabbering, Wyatt. They haven't got much of a start. We can catch them.
Take care of the body.
Okay, fellas, let's go.
Over there.
Must be them. $20,000 in my best faro dealer.
Wait a minute, Doc. I know how you feel. Let's not rush into things.
Wyatt, this isn't John Law business. It's personal.
And what about your horse? Old local enjoys living, you know. Let's make this fight on foot.
Why do you always have to be right? Needs your money. Needs your best faro dealer. You can afford to remain calm, cool, and collected. All right, General Custer. I await your orders.
Yeah. We can't cut them off from running, but we can try not flank them. I hope they're cooking breakfast. Come on.
Smash him!
Give me that. Give me that. Doc, give me a hand.
It's a girl. Take her coat off. Her arms hurt.
Stand still, you little brat. Put your arm down.
Now, stand still, honey.
Well,
Stand
down.
still. We're not going to hurt you. Now, just stand still. Yeah. The bullet just nicked it. Give me this. Now, what's your name, sis?
Little Pistol.
He means your real name.
Won't tell you
Now,
nothing.
just take it easy, honey.
You
Just
little
take it
brat,
easy.
you ought to have a spanking.
You give me back my pistol.
Wait till I get your bandage tied.
We're wasting time, Wyatt. We could overtake those fellas.
Not in Bushwhacker, and I want to ask her a few questions.
I want my pistol. You give me back my pistol.
All right.
Hey, you're unloading it.
What did you expect them to do? Let you shoot us? You take a Wyatt. I'm going after my money.
Wait a minute, Doc. Here. Now, look, there's no sense in cold trailing it alone. Besides, I think she'll talk.
The little wildcat. Stop that! Wyatt, she took those cartridges from the pocket. Hold still, you little brat. We better take all the clues off.
No, I'll just take her gun. Now, you had your chance to behave.
I hate you. I'll show you both.
She ought to have her britches warmed.
All right, you spank her.
No, you do it. I'm so mad I might raise blisters.
You must be hungry. Come on.
Where?
Dodge City.
No.
All right, suit yourself.
I want my pistol. You give me back my pistol.
You stop that. The next time you touch that gun, I'm going to drop you off and leave you right here.
Wasn't touching it.
Yes, you were. Little girls like you got no business with guns. You got nothing to be afraid of.
Not afraid.
Well, everybody's scared of something.
Are you really Wyatt Earp? And is he really Doc Holliday?
That's right.
You're fast guns.
Oh. Now, who told you that?
They... Nobody.
Who's they?
Not nobody.
All right.
I told you to shoot her, Rocky.
It's too hot in there, boss. I did take a crack at her, but I guess I missed.
Well, I don't think she'll talk, but she might. We'll have to ride back into Dodge tonight.
Now scrub hard, child. And then we'll get dressed in these nice, clean clothes. Isn't this a pretty dress?
No, I want my old clothes.
Oh, no, you don't. They're filthy. Wyatt will like you much better in decent little girl's clothes. He likes you. Don't you like him?
No, he took my gun.
Oh, little girls don't go around carrying guns and trying to shoot people. Now, come on. We'll get all nice and dry.
If I wear the clothes, can I go see Mr. Earp?
No, Wyatt is too busy in his office.
Then I'll tear up the clothes. I'll take this dress right now.
No. Oh, all right. You can see Wyatt.
Well, put your mind to it, Doc. You used to handle kids when you were practicing dentistry. How did you, how did you gain their confidence?
I didn't. I used to have their parents hold them while I shoved a wooden block in their mouth so they wouldn't bite. Then I yanked the tooth.
Yeah, well, that's no good.
Why, you labor the obvious. Maybe our little pistol belonged to one of the gang. Maybe she was kidnapped. At any rate, we've got a scared youngster on our hands.
Yeah, well, we still got to try and gain her confidence and make her talk. You know, she probably could name every man in that bunch if she wanted to.
Perhaps they'll come back for her. Why, she's a deadly witness. Maybe they'll kidnap her or even kill her.
You say that mighty offhanded.
I don't expend sentiment I can't afford, Marshal. If we had left her like I wanted to do, we could have caught up with those hoodlums. Now, where are we? Or to put it bluntly, where's my money? You cherish little pistol. I don't like brats.
You go away. I came to see Mr. Earp. How can he be such a fast gun if he drinks so much?
Well, liquor doesn't seem to affect him. Say, what a pretty little gal. Yeah, new clothes, huh?
Stop it. I want my gun and I want the bullets.
Oh, well, then you're going to have to trade.
For what?
Well, you answer some questions, and I'll return the gun.
What questions?
Well, to start with, what's your name?
I told you. It's Little Pistol.
Well, you have another name.
No, just Little Pistol.
All right, then who were those men you were with out there?
Can't tell you.
Why not?
They get me.
Doc Holliday and I guarding you day and night?
That's pretty fast. They'll come at night, and you won't be around.
Well, and you can stay here with me during the day, and then at night you can stay with Dr. and Mrs. Holliday.
No, I want to stay with you all the time. I don't like Mrs. Holliday. She talks too much. She reminds me of my... Can I stay with you, Mr. Earp, all the time?
Well, I'll tell you what. Why don't I'll move in with Dr. and Mrs. Holliday, and then you can stay with all of us. How about that?
No, you just want me to tell. Then you'll send me to the orphan's home or someplace.
Orphan's home? Say, your folks are...
You're not going to get me to
wait
talk?
a minute. Now, look, I've got to catch those outlaws and put them in jail, and then they won't bother you, understand? But in order for me to catch them and put them in jail, you got to tell me who they are. You understand that?
Well, I'll think about it.
Good. Now, I got to go out there on patrol, and you can walk right along with me.
I'll tell you one name. Susan.
Susan. Well, now, who's that?
That's me.
Susan, huh? Well, I like Susan. That's a mighty pretty name. Thank you.
You better not try it. It's a little too risky. We'll camp outside Dodge and try again tomorrow.
Well, I didn't spot any strangers around.
Why don't you turn in on the sofa?
You take a rest.
I don't sleep much. And if I doze off, Kid, he'll spell me.
They're not likely to come around here.
Mommy. Daddy. Where are you? Indians. Apaches. Don't kill me. Please. Oh, don't kill me.
Now, you'll be all right, sis.
Take it easy, darling. Just lay back down. Doc and I...
Joe, what is it?
Just take it easy.
The kid had a nightmare.
That's it, Doc.
Oh, poor
Just
baby.
relax, honey. Nothing's gonna
Perhaps
happen.
if we gave her a little soothing syrup.
My tooth. It aches. It aches awful. Right here.
I'll have a look. Kitty, bring that lamp down.
No, it'll hurt worse.
Wyatt, you better hold her.
Yeah.
Now, open your mouth wide, honey. I want to get a look.
No, I want Mr. Earp to look.
All right, honey. You come up here and open your mouth real wide, and I'll take a look, huh? That's it.
Ooh, say. You're a good girl, sis. You can close your mouth now.
It still hurts.
All right, Mrs. Holliday will give you some medicine. Come on, Wyatt. You go to sleep, honey.
Where are you going?
Outside in the hall. We'll leave the door open.
Be right back.
Pain will be gone quicker than a wink, dear. You see, I'll pour a teaspoonful of this, then you gulp it right down.
She's got a couple of impacted right upper molars. Wyatt, would you be kind enough to ask Doc McCarty if he's got any nitrous oxide?
Nitrous oxide?
There. Now drink some water, honey.
McCarty will know what it is. Did you ever hear a woman talk so much?
Hey, are you sure this new gas thingamajig is safe?
I didn't give her much. It's to start her talking, the main idea.
Nitrous oxide does that?
Sometimes. Occasionally it makes them giggle or talk silly.
Well, you take a rest, Doc. Miss Kate and I'll watch her.
All right, Wyatt.
Shoot.
Yes, baby. Wyatt. Wyatt. I think she's coming out of it.
Don't shoot at them. Wait. The soldiers. Yes. I'll run and hide. In the barn, Mommy. I'll stay there until...
Susie. Susie. What happened after you hid in the barn?
Barn? I didn't stay there. I got scared. Patches all around the house. I ran into the bushes. They caught me. One-Eye Milburn. One-Eye Milburn. They gave me to One-Eye Milburn. Don't kill me. Please, don't kill me. Don't kill me.
Susan. Susan, honey, wake up.
I'm awake, Mr.
Now, what's your name?
Susan Leonard.
And where do you live?
Copper Spring. It's in New Mexico. I'm sleepy. I'm sleepy.
That's it.
Is that the truth? Or just babbling?
Well, I think it's the truth. Look, if she wakes up again, you call Doc. I'm gonna go to the telegraph office.
They're all mixed up at that Santa Fe depot. You wired that Fort in New Mexico. This comes from Prescott, Arizona.
Well, Army commands move around, Hal. Apache attack at Copper Springs. One-Eye Milburn believed to have ridden with Indians. You stay here and watch the office. I'll be over at the Dodge House, right? Well, how's the little patient this morning, huh?
Pulse normal, Wyatt.
I'm mad at you. Why didn't you stay here all night like you promised?
Well, there were big doings last night, Susan. Don't you remember?
Yeah, Doc Holliday pulled out 2 of my teeth. See?
Hey. Oh, those are mighty horrible-looking wounds. Does it hurt, huh? What?
I'm in agony.
Oh.
Now, Susan.
Come on, eat all your oatmeal.
Ow!
Katie, I said lukewarm.
She burned me.
Here, I'll go and cool it. Shall I put it in the icebox, John?
Katie, all you have to do is pour cold milk on it. Now get that maid up here. This place looks like a pig pen.
Right away.
Wyatt? Katie said that Susan got caught in an Indian fight.
Oh, yeah, she did a lot of talking.
Who talked?
You did?
I did not. I don't remember saying one word.
Yeah, well, I remember. Let's see, you're Susan Leonard, and you're from Copper Springs, New Mexico.
I told you that.
Yep. You also told me that the Apaches captured you and turned you over to a white renegade by the name of One-Eyed Milburn.
It's all a lie. A big lie.
I think Milburn's our man. But what I can't figure out is why I'd want to keep Susan alive. You want to tell us that?
The other men wouldn't let... I'm not talking.
Wyatt, did you check this out with the Army?
Yeah, there was an Apache attack in Copper Springs, all right. Milburn is believed to have ridden with the Indians.
Any line on where he might be?
No, but I'm going to wire all the sheriffs between here and the New Mexico line. Susie, did One-Eye Milburn wear a patch over his eye?
I won't tell you nothing.
All right, then let's make a deal. You describe Mr. Milburn and all his men, and I'll give you back your gun.
No.
Maybe we ought to give Susan some more gas.
I think it'll be a very good idea.
You, Wyatt, that stuff is dangerous. Have you no pity in your heart for this child?
None at all. It wouldn't work a second time, Wyatt.
They want me to depend on them.
Oh, my poor baby.
Oh, Katie in a maternal mood. Wyatt, let's do our detective work at the bar.
You drink too much. And you're nothing but a big old John Law trying to get me in trouble.
That's right, dear. Don't trust any man.
Now, wait a minute. I tried to
Wyatt,
explain this.
Don't apologize. You're nothing but a sassy little snip. And Kate, you're nothing but a sentimental idiot. Come on, Wyatt.
I see through you both now. Miss Kate is my only friend.
Now remember, we ride straight up to the hotel. Rocky and me'll go inside and attend to the kid. And we'll blast our way out if we have to.
I don't like it, boss. Earp and Holiday can do some blasting, too.
Well, that's fine with me if you want to go on the run with a murder and a kidnapping charge against us. That kid's the only one that can identify us. I wanted to do the smart thing days ago and get rid of her. Let you talk me out of it. Now, all in favor of taking my advice, say so.
How about you?
How about it, boys? Let's go.
All right.
I'm a mite worried.
Well, there's no need to be. Milburn's easy to spot. I spread this telegram around while there'll be a posse and soldiers on his tail.
Not Milburn. It's Katie. She wants to adopt Susan. What? Impudent, sassy little brat. I'd spank her 3 times a day if I had to go to court for it. Besides, there's the element of contagion.
Yeah.
Wyatt, I'm going to put my foot down hard with Katie. I want you to back me up.
All right. There's some doubt that Susan's an orphan.
What?
Well, the Apaches attacked the settlement. Her mommy and daddy sent her into the barn to hide, but she ran off in the brush somewhere. It's just possible that...
Nonsense. They're dead. Both of them. Now, don't you go upsetting Katie with that kind of talk, Wyatt.
Look, I just thought you said...
I said it, and I mean every word of it.
This Kate shouldn't go getting her heart set.
Wyatt, it's her heart. It's not yours. Now, where you going?
To the telegraph office. You take care of Susan, Papa Holiday.
Howdy. You got a little girl about 10 years old living here? You're lying.
He's lying, Milburn.
Hey, it's the kid. Let's get her, boys.
He's not Susie. Doc Holliday and I dropped him all over the street.
Is One-Eye dead?
Well, if he's not, he's sure gonna wish he was. And this telegram just came. Looks like your prayers have been answered.
Mommy, Daddy alive. But I didn't pray for it. I guess I'm wicked. I was sure I'd never see Mommy and Daddy again. So I prayed for something else.
Oh? What was that?
Well, I prayed that you'd give me back my gun. Then I prayed that I'd grow up and be one of your deputies and live with you. Is that awful wicked?
Well, Susie, an arrangement like that can be sinful. But the good Lord saved you.
Wyatt, show me $3.
For what?
Collect telegram.
Hey, it's from Ned Buntline. Arriving in Dodge City in a few days on vacation. Best personal regards. Yeah, I wonder why he sent a collect.
I don't know. That's not what bothers me, though. I'll never forget that last visit he paid us. Him, Buffalo Bill, and that German prince, remember?
Yeah. We pulled that fake stage hold-up, backfired, and turned out to be a real kidnapping. Yeah, I'll never forget it.
Say, Wyatt, Buntline must be in serious trouble to send a telegram collect.
Well, if he is in trouble, I'll do my best to help him out of it. This old Buntline special he gave me has saved my life a couple of times.
Yeah, mine, too.
Well, we made it. There. Thank you. There. I thank you, sir, for your courtesy. Phew, it was an arduous trip, my friend. An arduous trip.
Well, you didn't come all the way by horseback, did you?
Oh, no. I picked up a wagon ride from a migrating family and then from a farmer, and the truth is, Wyatt, Ned Buntline is broke.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Mr. Buntline.
Well, I've fallen on some evil days.
Well, surely between your writing and that Wild West show you have with Buffalo Bill Cody, it seems that you would have...
Well, the Wild West show doesn't start for another 4 months. And as for my writing, my last efforts have been rejected. Rejected.
Well, are there any reasons?
Well, yes, the publisher said my new stories lacked authenticity.
Well, maybe they do.
Yes, well, the same thought occurred to me. That's part of the reason why I'm here, Wyatt, to replenish the well.
Well, I'm afraid you're going to find it awfully quiet here in Dodge, Mr. Buntline. That's my job to keep it that way. Now, what's the other part of your reason?
Well, the other part is that you're the only... I mean, I hate to impose on our friends...
Don't worry about it, Mr. Buntline. You go on over to the hotel and check in, get yourself a room. You charge all your meals to me, huh?
Thank you, Wyatt. I'll pay out of the first week of the tour.
No, you won't. No, I tried to repay you for the Buntline special you gave me, and you wouldn't accept it. Now you're going to have to. You know, this is the most accurate gun I've ever used.
I'm glad.
Hello, Mr. Buntline.
Well...
Good to see you.
Ah, it's good to see you, young man. Well, if you will pardon me, Wyatt, I have to go over to the hotel and register. I'll see you later, huh?
We'll have dinner, all right?
Oh, good, good. Splendid. Thank you.
Well?
Mr. Buntline is temporarily broke.
Is that all?
Hal, for a proud little man like Mr. Buntline, that's enough.
Hey, Wyatt. Wyatt, there's a man after me. There's a man after me.
Wait a minute. Who's after you, Mr. Butler?
He followed me all the way from St. Louis. He's going to kill me. Oh, now, don't do that, because I tell you the man is after, and he's a very dangerous...
Relax now. Now, just tell me the whole story.
Well, I've always been pretty good at cards, you know, and when I found that I needed a few dollars, I took passage on one of the better Mississippi riverboats, and I was doing very well, as a matter of fact, until I ran afoul of this fella.
Oh, this fellow that's following you.
Exactly, the fellow that's... Of course, he's a professional gambler, you know, and well, as a matter of fact, so am I. And it was very exciting until he started to cheat.
Oh, he cheated?
Yeah, he cheated.
Well, why didn't you expose him?
Oh, he was too clever for that. And before I knew it, my money was all gone, and I was deeply in debt to him.
I'm surprised he didn't throw you in the Mississippi.
Well, I gave him a check for almost $1,000.
And the check was no good?
No good at all.
Well, now, surely, Mr. Buntline, you can't expect me to have sympathy for even a good friend that would write bad checks.
I'm not asking for sympathy. I'm asking for protection.
Marshal, there's a man in the Long Branch who won't check his gun.
Now, is he drunk?
No, just won't take his gun off.
It's probably, maybe the...
Mister, there's a law in this town about checking guns. You're breaking it.
I don't expect to be here long.
Well, why don't you leave now and save some trouble?
I'm not finished with my business here yet.
You're refusing to check your gun or leave town, right?
That's right.
Mister, your business is finished.
Could I talk to you privately, Marshal?
All right. Now with that gun on. Unbuckle it.
It's Wyatt, Mr. Buntline. Oh, just a minute.
Sit down. Now, what's your name?
Would you look at these papers first, Marshal?
Well, Lieutenant, I certainly don't intend to arrest an Army officer on a special assignment. But at the same time, I can't let you walk around town wearing guns, not in civilian clothes.
But if I'm in uniform, it defeats the purpose of my mission. And if I'm unarmed, well, if I meet the man I'm looking for...
He'll be unarmed, too, if he's in this town. You want to tell me who you're looking for?
It's confidential, Marshal.
Well, this is one of my deputies and a close personal friend of mine, Mr. Ned Buntline.
Well, 2 weeks ago, the United States Arsenal in Illinois was broken into and robbed. 100 rifles were taken and a Gatling gun, along with about 20,000 rounds of ammunition.
A Gatling gun, huh? And the Army thinks they're somewhere around here, huh?
Somewhere in the Southwest Apache Territory.
Are you one of General Crook's officers, young man?
That's right.
Yeah. Well, what is your full name?
Charles A. Warden, First Lieutenant, United States... What are you doing, sir?
You're making some notes. This'll make the most sensational book you ever read.
If one word of this leaks out, Mr. Buntline, I'll personally see to it that you wind up in front of a firing squad.
I beg your pardon.
Lieutenant, I think Mr. Buntline is convinced. Go on.
The guns were thought to have been shipped in cases marked machinery toward Kansas City. We almost intercepted them there, awaiting shipment to the Southwest.
What about this man you're looking for?
Vincent Slade, but he has used other names.
You know him?
No, but I've memorized the description. About 6 feet, 180 pounds, dark hair, dark eyes, sometimes wears a mustache, deep cultured voice, identifying marks and scars, diagonal knife scar on the outside of his right hand.
That's the fellow. That's the fellow that's after me. He's here, the gambler.
Well, I'd be grateful if you'd point him out, sir.
Wait a minute, Lieutenant. Are your orders to bring in Mr. Slade to recover the guns or both?
Preferably both. However, if Slade is killed or captured, it's doubtful the guns will reach the Apaches. He's the brains.
Well, he fits the description right down to the scar.
If there were just some way that we could be sure.
I think there is. I think Mr. Buntline can help us.
Me?
Mm-hmm. I think the first thing to do is to find out if this man is really looking for you, Mr. Buntline.
Oh, he is. He is.
If he ignores Mr. Buntline, that means he's here for the stolen guns.
Mm-hmm.
Suppose he doesn't ignore me.
Mr. Buntline, I tell you what you better do. You offer to repay him part of the money you owe.
Well, I'd like to, but
Well, I'll lend you the money. Now, let's see, there are 4 of us. I'll put on an extra deputy, then we'll keep a watch around the clock. Mr. Buntline has found our man. Cal? Go check his hotel room.
Right.
Lieutenant, you better stay out of sight. Some people might remember you refused to check your gun.
Oh, I beg your pardon, sir. Well, you remember me, surely? Ned Buntline?
I'm not sure I've had the pleasure, sir.
Well, you must recall our recent joust at the card tables.
Card tables? I believe the last time I did any gambling was several weeks ago on the Mississippi.
That was the very locale. I'm terribly sorry I can't recall your name.
Smith.
Smith. Ah, yes, Mr. Smith. Well, this is a little embarrassing for me. I lost rather heavily to you.
But not too heavily, right, Mr. Buntline?
Oh, I'm afraid I did. As a matter of fact, you've been on my conscience for some time.
I have?
That check I gave you.
Oh, yes, I do recall that check. I lost it the very next evening.
Oh, goodness, I insist on making that check good. You may run into the gambler you lost it to.
I'm not worried about it. Why should you be?
Now, here we are. $100 on account.
Well, I'm afraid I couldn't take it, Mr. Butler.
Oh, now, I insist.
Well, thank you. I really must be going.
Well, will you be around for some time?
Not more than a few days.
Oh?
Good evening.
Good evening, Miss Smith, and thank you for being so understanding. Did you see the scar? He's our man.
Nice work, Mr. Buntline. Well, did you find anything else?
That was all. Apparently, he doesn't even have a gun.
He's probably got his gun on him.
Yeah, well, I hope he doesn't try to use it. If he does, I'll have to arrest him, and there goes our plan for seizing the rifles right out the window.
I'll take the first shift of watching him.
All right, Hal, thanks. Ted, you relieve him at 4 o'clock. Mr. Buntline, you take over at 8.
Right.
I'll take the next shift, if he's still in town.
And what if he isn't?
Well, then we won't be either. We'll be out after him.
Well, they look like a couple of good horses to me. Would you see they're all curried and taken care of? Or will you take them out tomorrow, huh?
He's back in his hotel room.
He's probably waiting for somebody to reach him. Lieutenant, keep an eye on him, huh?
You know, I've been figuring out here how much those guns are worth to him. There's $20,000 for the rifles, and then there's the Gatling gun and the ammunition. And don't forget, the Apaches pay in gold.
Yeah. You know, just to make sure he doesn't sneak out on us, we ought to watch his horses. They're all hobbled in Mr. McKay's meadow. The wagon's there, too.
Yeah, Wyatt, that's a good idea.
Hey, Wyatt, let me do that, will you? I haven't been sleeping nights anyway.
All right, Mr. Buntline. Ted, take him out there and show him where the meadow is, huh? You come right back.
Sure thing.
Thank you, Wyatt. I've been itching for action.
Mel. Here we are, Vince.
Unhobble the horses and hitch up the team. Get me my saddle.
Well, these men won't be too hard to follow. Hal, Ted, bring the horses.
What about Mr. Buntline?
We can't go looking for him now. If he's fallen asleep, let's hope he stays that way.
He must be out of his mind.
He hasn't even got a gun. We'll stay about 5 minutes behind him until daylight. Then we'll drop back.
Hello, boys. Any coffee inside?
Plenty.
Good. Let's have some before we load up.
And once we're past Cimarron, it's easy. We'll cross the Panhandle about here.
Thanks. In a few days, we'll hit the Pecos River. Then we'll head south.
By night or day?
Day. Nobody will stop a covered wagon. Did you assemble a Gatling gun?
I sure did. And I'm itching to try it out.
We got more cups than we need.
What's the matter?
Keep talking. We got company.
We may get a chance to use that Gatling gun in case anybody gets nosy. Now, I want all of you to study this map very carefully.
Well, I got a good idea where they are. That old prospector shack. Yeah. We better split up and approach from different directions. That's the last of the rifles.
Good. Let's get the Gatling gun.
Vince, there's 4 of them trailing us.
How far away are they?
Well, not more than 10 minutes.
Hide the wagon over there in those rocks. We'll spot ourselves around the cabin. No one is to fire a shot until we're sure we can get every one of them. Understand?
He's alive. It's Ted and the lieutenant.
The minute they step outside.
Did you hear something?
Yeah, a rifle being cocked.
I saw something move. Next time you see something move, shoot.
Oh,
Mr. Butler?
What?
What happened?
Oh, I heard him talking about the route they're going to take. Across the Panhandle and the Cimarron, and then south to the Pecos.
They couldn't have started it. We'd have seen them.
There's one of them.
Close that door. Go on, I'm on. Go on. We'll pick you up later.
Oh, no.
What is it?
Get out in your faces, everybody!
Hey, Wyatt, there's a cellar down here.
There's nobody alive in there.
We'll make sure. Burn it down. I'll cover you.
Now's our chance. I think they're reloading. Mr. Buntline, here's where I use your gun.
Well, I'm glad to say I think he'll live.
Wow!
Well, now, don't tell me you gentlemen have been up all night.
Hello, Warren.
Good morning, Marshal.
Lieutenant, I thought you forbade Mr. Buntline to write about this.
Well, it certainly is fascinating to read about. Of course, General Crook will have to approve.
There. There you are. Here, Wyatt. There, it begins there. And I defy any publisher to turn this one down.
Well, I never thought I'd hear myself say it, but sometimes it certainly does pay to be dishonest.
I beg your pardon?
I said it pays to be dishonest, or for some people. Well, suppose you hadn't written that bad check on the riverboat. Why, do you realize you probably changed the whole course of history? You put all that in here, of course.
I certainly did not. Don't you remember I told you that that other fella cheated?
Dr. John H. Holliday, gambler, gunfighter, and by the oddity of circumstance, a friend of Wyatt Earp, was living on borrowed time. Long ill, Doc's idea of taking care of himself was to drink a quart of whiskey a day. That a small boy named Benny Burkett could exercise a good influence on Doc Holliday was one of those improbable happenings on which no one in Dodge City would have bet a nickel.
Pay the 10. Pay the 10. Here goes. Pay the 4. Pay the 4.
Well.
All right.
Benny!
I just wanted to look, Dr. Holliday. See? My lucky agate. I spit on it,
A marble and you spit on it? Oh, get out of here.
but it'll bring you good luck, Dr. Holliday. You've been losing for 2 days straight.
Benny, saloon is no place for a kid. I'm giving strict orders for you to be kept out of here.
You got a bad cold, Benny. I want you to go over to the hotel, see Mrs. Holliday, and have her give you 1 tablespoonful of that pink cork medicine.
But Mrs. Holliday will make me take a bath and, well, I...
You can use a bath.
Oh,
Wait a
come
minute.
on.
Benny, why aren't you in school?
I'm just about dying of pneumonia, that's why.
Benny, if you're going to tell a lie, tell a good one, not a whopper. All he's got is a simple case of the snuffles. He should be in school.
Well, maybe I ought to arrest him for truancy, huh?
Dr. Holliday says I gotta have some cough medicine. Isn't that the gospel truth? Didn't you say I had...
Yes, I said it. Wyatt, I don't want him around the Long Branch.
Yes, sir. I'll go see Mrs. Holliday for the medical treatment. Right away.
I'll go have a little talk with his father.
You warn old man Burkett not to spank that boy too hard. It'll only make him a lot meaner. He's bad enough right now.
How's your luck running?
You tell Benny to stop hanging on my neck. That kid's a jinx.
Oh, that's too hard for me.
Come on, open up now.
If I take it, do I have to take the bath, too?
Yes, you smell like your father's livery stable. Come on now, open up. Wide.
Oh.
None of that now. Start taking your clothes off.
Take my clothes off? Oh, not in front of you and her.
We'll shut our eyes. Go on, start peeling.
Morning, Mr. Burkett.
Oh, what's Benny done now?
Well, he's been skipping school again.
Oh, he's got a new hero, Doc Holliday. All he thinks about is Doc Holliday and gunfighting.
Well, sir, out west, it's only natural for a kid to take to guns.
I never could manage Benny, Mr. Earp. He always blamed me because his mama died. I'll give him another larrapin.
Doc doesn't think you ought to do that.
Now, what's he know about raising kids?
Well, sir, you're Benny's father, but the law says he's got to go to school. We haven't been as strict about that as we should.
Thanks for telling me, Mr. Earp.
No, thank you.
You'll go to school.
Look, Mr. Burkett, will you do me a favor? Maybe if you talk to the kid first, maybe you won't have to spank him, huh?
Oh, sure, Mr. Earp. I always try reasoning with Benny first.
Yeah.
Hi, Pop. We got anything to eat? Uh-oh. You sore at me?
Sit down, son.
Yes, sir. Mrs. Holliday gave me a new shirt. See?
Marshal Earp was here. Says you've been ditching school.
Yes, sir.
Not only that, but that you've been sneaking into the Long Branch.
I went to see Dr. Holliday. The card's been running bad for him. So I aim to turn my magic Aggie eye on the other men. It'll put a hex on their cards.
So you want to be like Doc Holliday.
He's a heap sight more of a man than Marshal Earp.
Oh, he is he?
Marshal Earp is fast, but he gets chicken-hearted and aims to cripple a gunfighter. Dr. Holliday shoots him right between the eyes.
No use arguing with you, son. Any boy who wants to grow up to be like Doc Holliday has got to learn better. Bend over that desk.
You gonna spank me or laugh at me?
I'm gonna laugh at you.
I'll take a spanking, but you ain't gonna laugh at me. Not when you're half drunk.
Right.
He's off now, Pop. I'm warning you. Help! Help! Get Doc McCarty! Help! My Pop's hurt! I shot him!
All you say is true, Wyatt, but a boy that'd try to shoot his own father.
Pop ain't dead.
No, he isn't, but it's...
Well, it was I couldn't
Now, that's
help
enough,
him.
young man. Only one answer. The House of Correction in Topeka.
Reform school?
Just a minute, Benny. Judge, you know, Mr. Burkett could have seriously hurt this kid. He'd been drinking quite heavily. Besides, he promised me he'd talk to him first, and then maybe he wouldn't have to spank him.
I'm not going to reform.
Here, Benny, wait a minute.
Wyatt, for pity's sake.
They ain't gonna send me to reform school.
Reform school? For this peaked little kid?
Go tell Dr. Holliday.
Hush, Benny. I've just come from seeing Mr. Burkett. He tells me he's willing to let me have this boy.
You?
Well, Miss Kate, you can't adopt him. He's a ward of the court. But wouldn't it be better to parole Benny to Miss Kate?
Anything would be better than that reform school. Oh, look at him, Judge. He rarely gets enough to eat, and he's been on the verge of pneumonia. How long could he last in that place?
You want to recommend parole?
Yes, sir.
Well, what about Doc Holliday? He'd have to agree, you know.
He'll agree. You just ask him.
Well, Judge, I'll explain it to Doc. In the meantime, I think that Benny ought to go over and see Doc McCarty. Looks a little feverish to me.
Fever? Oh, I got 110. At least.
That sounds like common sense. You stay here with Benny, madam. I'll go and arrange with the doctor.
Wyatt, you will be careful in talking to John, won't you? He's on a losing streak, and I've never seen him in worse temper.
Don't you worry, Miss Kate. He likes Benny.
Was that a joke? Or does Dr. Holliday really like me?
I hope so, Benny. I hope so.
No, Wyatt. You talked Katie and me into taking care of that girl brat little pistol. And what happens? Her parents show up out of nowhere, and poor Katie cried for a week. The answer's still no.
Look, the judge is going to send him to a reform school.
Good. Any boy who tries to imitate me belongs in a reform school. Now you get out of here. I got work to do at the Faro game.
This is all your fault, you know.
Nonsense.
It's not nonsense. Now, look. No man belongs to himself. All of a sudden, you influence a kid like Benny. He makes you his hero. Now, what do you expect? Miss Kate, what's wrong?
That kid. Dr. McCarty says he has lung trouble.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
Where's Benny now?
I gave him his supper and put him to bed at the hotel.
Does he know about it?
Doc McCarty said to tell him.
We'll take up a collection. Don't worry about Benny.
I'd like to send him to Colorado or someplace.
Yes, naturally.
John, are we broke?
Just about. But with a decent run of cards, you pray, Katie, and cuss the devil.
Well, not too much. How'd you do?
There it is.
I'll put some more to it.
Any idea how much a hospital would cost?
No. But consumption's a long haul, 2 or 3 years at least. Say, is Luke Short still in town?
He was last night.
You know, I'd sure like to talk to him. Ask him to come on over, will you?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Dr. Holliday?
Yes?
Dr. Holliday?
Yes.
Did Mrs. Holliday tell you? I'm going to be sick, just like you.
Congratulations.
Dr. McCarty tried to spare me, but I ain't scared.
You're young. You'll grow out of it.
Oh, no, I won't. I'll be a gambler and a gunfighter, too.
Ambitious lad. All you have to worry about now is getting a big breakfast. Drink a whole quart of milk and get back to bed, you understand?
But Dr. Holliday...
No back talk. You're under parole to Mrs. Holliday and myself.
Yes, sir.
You do exactly as I tell you, or I'll report you to Marshal Earp.
Oh, no, Dr. Holliday. You just give me orders, and I'll do them.
Good.
The cards break better for us last night?
Some better.
You see? I'm going to bring us good luck.
Morning, Wyatt.
No, Mr. Short.
Hal said you wanted to see me.
Yes, sir, I sure do. Won't you sit down?
Thank you.
Now, I understand you want to buy the Long Branch, huh?
Yeah, that's right. Chalk Beeson will sell, but Doc won't. I offered $60,000 cash.
That make Doc's share about half, huh?
Yep, about 30. But Doc's like the rest of us gamblers. He won't quit a loser.
Is that his only reason for not selling?
Cage says it is. Some cattlemen with big money are due in today. I think Doc figures his luck will change. But I can't wait any longer, Wyatt. I can buy the Alamo.
Mr. Short, I wish you could hold off a couple of days.
Well?
You see, Doc has got... Well, he's got personal reasons why he ought to sell. I think I could... Well, I think I can persuade him to take your offer.
All right, 3 days.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Charge it up to what I owe Bat Masterson. He saved my scalp at the Adobe Wells fight.
Well, Bat didn't tell me that. I'll tell you what, we'll all get together and celebrate the new ownership of the Long Branch, huh?
I hope so, Wyatt. But Doc Holliday is a mighty tough man to persuade.
Yeah, he is. Thank you for coming over, sir.
Not at all.
Good day.
Bye.
Hey, Mrs. Holliday.
Yes, Benny.
Can't Dr. Holliday have some liquor? He don't like milk, and, well, I thought maybe...
Silence.
Yes, sir. Excuse me.
I love milk.
That took pure nerve. Dr. Holliday's just about the bravest man was ever born.
Yes, isn't he, though?
Shut up. Eat your breakfast.
Yes, sir.
Sick or healthy, good food is necessary for all children. Katie, those beef millionaires will be here soon. I don't want you to hold dinner or lunch for me. And you, young man, you go to bed.
John, you were up all night.
Oh, Katie, let's not argue about it. Please, let's not argue about it. The boy will get upset.
Doc, I want to talk to you.
All right, Wyatt, but downstairs.
Hey, Mr. Earp, did you hear the news? I'm sick, too.
Benny.
Yes, sir. Miss Holliday, they want to make man talk.
Oh. Sure.
Chalk Beeson wants to sell the Long Branch to Luke Short, but Dr. Holliday's against it.
Oh? Why?
We don't close down our big faro game with rich chumps in town. See this? It's got the evil eye. I put the ethos on those monkeys.
Now there's a good breakfast.
You haven't answered my question.
Deacon Earp, you and Katie have wished a sick child on me. For him and to stay in business, I need $100,000. It's always aggravating for me to talk to you. I must be about my petty affairs. Good morning, Deacon.
All right, gentlemen, the chips are blue. $100 each.
Get your best down.
There we are, sir. Thank you very much. Next. Thank you, sir. The most beautiful blue in the world, gentlemen. Most beautiful blue. As blue as the ocean, as blue as the sky. But be careful of the blue in a woman's eye.
Get your best down.
Thank you very much, sir. These are the things that help, gentlemen. All right. Let it go.
Wyatt! Wyatt! Please! It's John. It's John. He's going to kill a man.
What for?
I said Benny was hiding in the saloon. John said he wasn't. This poor man said John was a liar. And, oh, hurry!
I'll give you the first shot.
Try again, sir.
That, no. I gave him the first shot. He missed. I offered him a second. Where's my halo?
Now, you know Jack High Simpson's no match for you.
He called me a liar, sir.
I don't care what he called you. Benny's hiding in there.
Not to my knowledge, madam.
John doesn't know it, but Benny is someplace in there.
All right, but I don't want to row with Doc over it.
Wyatt, listen to me. John's winning, but he's been without sleep for 36 hours. You've got to make him quit. Break up the game.
How?
Get Benny. He's got to eat sometime. It's against the law for a child to be in a saloon.
All right, but you stay here. We can't afford any I told you so's. Anybody behind there?
Oh, no, Mr. Earp. Nobody but me. I'm... Here. Oh, that's...
Well, I just put a little bullet in there to make sure.
Oh, well, but Mr.
Well,
Earp...
don't worry about the bar. I'll just hit the knob.
But...
Benny? Benny, come out of there. Come on out of there. You owe Jack High an apology.
Leave us alone. You don't jinx us.
Draw your pay. You're through.
We're winning, ain't we? I changed your lock, didn't I?
I'm afraid not, Benny. All right, gentlemen, that's it for today. Place is closed. A miner on the premises.
Mr. Earp is technically correct. I happen to be one of young Master Burkett's legal guardians. I should have known he was behind the bar.
You're not quitting winner, are you, Doc?
Gentlemen, when I'm losing, I never stop until I'm broke. And when I'm winning, I never stop until you're broke. We shall continue this game in my suite at the Dodge House in half an hour. Wrap it up.
All right.
Come on, Betty.
You can't lick us, Mr. Marshall. Nothing will ever whip Dr. Holliday and me.
How's Doc doing upstairs?
Not good. He's lost almost everything he won. He's been up dreadfully long. His color's bad.
Well, they could have arrested him this afternoon, but that would have gotten you folks in bad with Judge Tobin. Maybe those cattlemen will get tired and quit before morning.
John won't last that long. Please, Wyatt, go up and make him quit.
I'll give it a try. No, Miss Kate, Doc's trying to play this right for the kid.
Yes, I know. But what about John's life?
Well, the bank loses again, gentlemen.
Yeah, tough luck.
Getting monotonous. How about raising the limit to $200?
All
right. All right.
Yeah.
Get your bets down.
Mine's down. Let's see some money in the bank, Doctor.
That's right.
Haven't you had enough?
Deacon Earp, what brings you to this den of iniquity?
Doc, I think you ought to quit.
He's got to quit, Marshal. He's busted.
I beg your pardon, sir. My interest in the Long Branch, it's worth $30,000.
Doc, look, what's the sense of this? You're risking Benny's last chance than your own.
Deacon Earp, I'd rather be a beggar and spend my last dollar like a prince than be a prince and spend my last money like a beggar.
Okay, Doc McCarty. Take him in the room. Take him easy.
Take this to the drugstore and be back as soon as you can.
Here's my interest in the Long Branch.
You are what?
This is for John and Benny.
It's for Benny. All of it.
Take it easy, Doc. Send in Benny, will you?
Benny?
Dr. Holliday. Please, sir. Dr. Holliday.
Oh, it's you. You get yourself ready. You and Mrs. Holliday are going to Colorado.
Not unless you come too.
He means it, John.
There's money enough for everything, Doc.
It's a put-up job. I'll teach you not to listen to these sentimental idiots.
We'll be back soon, Mr.
I'll write you, Wyatt.
Thank you. Come on, hop up in there. That's it. Watch your step, Steve. There we go. Watch your dress, man. That's it. So long, Doc.
I'll never forgive you for this. A good riddance to bad rubbish.
Well, he cleaned up the country, the old Wild West country. He made law and order prevail. And none can deny it, the legend of Wyatt forever will live on the trail. Oh, Wyatt Earp, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told.